For today, I basically worked on the UI of the game. So first thing I did is, since we're basically gonna rework the entire UI, I just went in and watched some videos of how other people created their their modular and scalable UI. And basically what I want to do is kind of like rework the entire UI system, because currently what we have right now is very, let's just say, unmodular. That's why the last time we reworked our UI took a long time, because a lot of systems were just kind of spaghettied together. So that's what I want to fix for this for our game, or at least for our demo. And since we're gonna need some marketing material for our game soon, that's why we're gonna start with the UI this week. And what I'm planning is that for this week I'm gonna implement the UI as well as a dialogue system. So yeah, right now if I run the game, yeah, right now it's showing nothing because I didn't create any new UI yet. What I created was the architecture of the UI. So basically I removed all the old UI architecture. So basically that's just kind of just like determining which UI shows up and how they shows up. I just removed all of that because previously it just, how my UI works is it has just one master UI and everything is just put in there, and it's so messy because it's all in one blueprint. All the logic is in one blueprint, and yeah, that's probably why it's spaghetti. But that's not how I'm gonna do it now. I'm just gonna separate it into. I'm gonna create a UI manager that handles all of that separately, and have create different screens for everything, and just make it all modular. So there were some videos like Unreal Engine videos made by the Unreal Engine team and some other YouTubers here. And so basically how it's gonna work is that there's gonna be a gameplay layer, which is basically the game, and then these three layers, and then the visuals, and then a state layer which basically merges or is the middleman between the data and visuals. Before there's no middleman, that's why there's like really. That's why if I try changing the visuals, it's gonna be hard because it's directly connected to the data. So I'm planning to have a middleman here. So if I change the visuals, it should still work fine, and then it'll be easier to do. And I also looked into Faster and Light and how their UI looked like. I also just realized that we should also have a settings button here. I checked out Benny's UI here too, to look what type of UI elements we would need. This is the one he added in Google Drive. And yeah, I just noticed that there's no settings button in Benny's UI, so I checked out the FTL and looks like there is. Yeah, I also tested one thing in FTL, the part where Amit, I think you mentioned in the previous, in your playtest video, where if you select a system using your weapon and then enable auto fire and then disable it, it should stop charging. So yeah, let me just show you that. So let's say the weapon's charging is auto fire, and then I disable auto fire, it's still targeted. So you really have to select it again and stop targeting. So yeah, not sure if you want to change that or not, but that's just what I saw. So back to the UI. So yeah, I checked out both the FTL's UI and Benny's UI and kind of categorized how the UI will look like. I mean, how not look like, but what are the different layers of UI. To make it modular, the UI needs to have layers so that I can properly manage them. Because yeah, in the current UI right now, they're all basically in just one layer, and they all kind of just like, it's hard to manage which shows up and which doesn't show up. That's why right now I'm planning to just make it have layers. So what I mean by that is we're gonna have a HUD layer. So this is basically the main parts that you see in the screen here. So like the weapon controller, the systems, the hull. The hull health. So basically all the main things. And it'll always be visible. There's always gonna be one HUD. So that's like the very base layer. Second layer is a screen. So this is something you can add or swap out. So this would be in FTL, this would be the shop screen. This screen here, the pause screen, or not really the pause screen, but the menu screen, I guess, settings screen. Also the upgradings. Okay, let me just try to kill this guy. Okay, I'm in a bad state right now. Okay, what am I doing? Come on, my guys are gonna die already. Let me just start a new game. And I quit. Oh my gosh. Just the screen is the screen is like the shop screen, the cargo screen. I'll just show Benny. It's like, for example, this node map screen. So this is stuff that goes on top of the HUD. I mean, in Benny's case here, you don't really see the HUD, but like in Faster Than Light, when you show the HUD menu, I mean the node map, you can still see the HUD beneath it. So there's a screen, that's a second layer. The third layer is a panel. So for example, in Faster Than Light, that would be the enemy, this one here, but we won't have like this in our game. So another example, I guess, would be the flavor text. Then the pop-ups is, for example, when you can't buy something, and then the tooltips. So this is gonna be the main layers of the UI. And gonna make it so that I need this so I can just easily switch. Okay, I need the HUD screen, I need the cargo screen, swap it out easily, and then this will be modular. The one I'll create here will basically what we'll be using for the until the end of the game. And then just some other stuff here for me for how I'll design this. And I also removed the old I already mentioned that, but basically I have really not much to show for the game itself. Right now I'm just mostly focused on the architecture and organizational side of the code for the UI, and then tomorrow I'm gonna start implementing the elements already. By remove, I didn't remove everything, I sub everything, all the UI widgets. For example, I can show it right now. But where is it? So in my UI manager, I can already set up a HUD. I can just set which HUD to use, and I have this is one of the HUDs. And I'm gonna. What I was trying to say is that I didn't delete all of this, so I'm basically just gonna reuse this and just change how it looks like. For example, the energy, the weapon controller. So all of this stuff I'm still gonna use. All of the UI stuff that we created already, I'm still gonna use and rework it. What I just changed was how they're organized into the code, and that's really important so the code is not messy and we can create more iterations of the UI easily. Okay, I think I said everything that's important to say right now. I think I did. And as again for my next steps tomorrow, I'm just gonna start with the HUD screen, create the elements of it, and I think for your feedback, Amit, if you're watching, I think I need feedback on the crew members here because I don't know if this is the latest version. I just asked Benny where to check out this UI stuff. He told me to go to this drive, but obviously you can see right now the UI is kind of not ideal. Right now it's consuming a lot of space, so yeah, I need your feedback on this. For the HUD screen, like the main one first. And then, yeah, for this week I'm planning to do the UI and also the dialogue system, this one. So I've already been looking at FabStar for the dialogue framework I'm gonna use because I think it's better to just get something from FabStar. And I found a free one, so this is basically like you can create dialogue easily, and it's like a framework that I can use to base the dialogue and the choices and stuff like that. And I think, yeah, we need that since our game will probably have a lot of choices and conditions. So I'll take a look into this dialogue system as well. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for my video, and thanks for watching.